Hello, everybody. Oh, God, cat. Catapus. Yeah. Another day, another video. What's up, Sush? Is Sushi gonna say hello? No? Sushi not gonna say hello. Say hello, Sushi. Hello, Sushi. Yeah, so latest news here in France is 480,000 sanctions have been dished out for not respecting the lockdown. And I'm kind of surprised because I didn't think the French had it in them to disobey. But in the current climate, I'm not surprised. Are you, Sushi? Are you surprised? No, he's not surprised either. Mama's boy. Yeah. So yeah, because it's driving us all crazy, and it's. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, Sushi. You've distracted me with your beauty. I'm such a good liar, aren't I? Oh, you're not beautiful, are you? You ugly boy. You ugly boy. You ugly boy. You can take over from here, Sushi, because I can't be asked. Just to say that almost 500,000 French people actually dared to disobey little King Macron. Yeah, I can't help but feel a little bit happy about that. Civil disobedience, always a good thing. And you may think, oh my God, but it's spreading the disease and all that sort of malarkey. Well, you know what? Instead of giving into fear and mainstream media BS, how about you look at this rationally and look into it rationally? You've got the time right now, probably. Chances are you're not working. You're sitting on your ass doing nothing but worry and stock up on toilet paper. So have a look into it. It's not actually a big deal. Even the British government have decided it's not a big deal. And it's funny that Bojo, though, is getting worse. I mean, mind you, at the same time, you look at the dude, he's not elderly, but he's not young. And you look at his complexion and his size and you think there's got to be some underlying health issues there. Plus which, don't forget that, the fact that he was, all about Brexit kind of put him as a figurehead for anti-globalists. So, the fact that if you were a conspiracy-minded person, you could say that he'd been targeted to die. But yeah, anywho, let's talk about me. Yeah, Sushi? You down for that? Let's talk about me and Sushi. We're getting married. No, we're not. I actually cancelled the engagement because he showed me his bum. Look at that. Oh, don't look at that. Oh. Yeah. Ugh. Cat bums. So yeah, this is turning out to be a crazy vid. Right, he's gone. My hair's a mess. And I am sinking into madness. I'm even, also, I don't know, it is the financial worries, which are my main concrete issue, but also it is the isolation, because just before quarantine hit, as you guys know, I just finished my course. And I was, gearing myself towards a real life rather than a virtual life. And, I was almost addicted to Facebook at the time, before quarantine. And I actually turned my back on Facebook at that moment because I figured out that Facebook is actually fake book. And, I thought at least the friendships were real on there. But turns out not so much, because whenever I was in real need of a friend, there was nobody. So I thought, sod it. I'm heading towards a real world, real life now. An IRL life. And so I turned my back on Facebook. I even did a little test. I went onto an alternative social media site and left my last message on Facebook was, this is my last message on Facebook. I'm going to this site. Here's the link. If you care about me, you can follow me there. Well, guess what? Nobody did. Nobody did apart from my infamous ex, who has once again tried to contact me. a while ago, I said to you guys, I was toying with the idea of allowing him to come because he was supposed to be my financial lifeline. And although he's a freaking narcissist and a manipulator, he's trying to manipulate me again now. And that's what's pissing me off. Is that, I told him I don't like phone calls. After 6 years, he still hasn't figured out I don't like talking on the phone. But he kept calling me after that, and I had to block him on 2 platforms for him to stop calling me. And he's now come on Google Hangouts and sent me a written message. I'm not even going to reply to that because I'm pissed off at that. And the other thing is he promised me a sum of money and he never gave it to me. He promised me some because he was going to have a windfall. He said he's going to cut it in 2 and give me half because he knows that I desperately need it, and also he owes me at least that. It's a drop in the ocean compared to what he owes me, but hey. And he didn't do it. And so the fucking audacity of the guy then to come at me and say, oh, but I'm worried about you. Well, if you're so fucking worried about me, why don't you send me the money that I so desperately needed and that you'd promised me? Manipulation. And the whole the entitled attitude of him keep calling me, harassing me when I've told him I don't want to talk to you on the phone. So I'm not having it. But, it's got me thinking. My 2 potential financial lifelines at the moment. And when I say, I'm not using that term lightly, lifeline, because it is, my income is not enough to cover my rent and bills. Forget about groceries. I don't even get to cover my rent and bills right now with what I have. I'm not going to go into the situation, the whys, but let's just say that had I known things were going to change, I would have prepared for this, and this would never have been a situation, but I was not warned. I had people doing things behind my back. And the 2 potential lifelines are this fucked up ex and my toxic, covert narcissistic mother. And I'm kind of feeling at the moment that this is some sick and twisted test that life is throwing at me. Thinking, which would you rather? Would you rather live on your knees or die standing? Because this is what it boils down to. Because, I've had 35 years of narcissistic abuse in my life. I'm not going back to it. As tempted as I am just to save my skin, it's, my survival instincts are telling me go for it, help yourself, save yourself sort of thing. Because I'm risking everything. And this is why I hesitate. Even now, I'm thinking to myself, and maybe I might get somebody else's opinion on this, turn to a narc, turn to my abusers, or for money, or risk losing my home, and my kids forever. That's how I feel. If I lose my home and I end up on the street, I'm not going to be able to see my children anymore. I won't be able to get a job if I haven't got an address. I won't be able to see my kids, Am I going to put myself through that? Or am I going to put myself through more narcissistic abuse? On the one hand, I think to myself, better the devil you know. Go for the narcissistic abuse. At least you have a roof over your head. And I suppose maybe I could resist the manipulation. Maybe I could find the strength within me to try and play them as they've played me. Maybe that's the route to go. I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. And I can't anymore. I can't take this anymore. Today is officially the 3-week mark. It was St. Patrick's Day. This all started, the lockdown. And I can't take the stress anymore. It's just been constant stress. I feel my muscles are tense. My heart's beating a little faster. I can't think straight. You know what it's like, really intense stress like that. The sort of fight or flight mode. I've been in that fight or flight mode almost constantly for the last 3 weeks. And I literally physically and mentally cannot take this anymore. And I feel that, something's got to give. And that's why I'm seriously considering more turning back to my parents, I would say. Because they're at least in a foreign country, they won't come visit. And what else? Yeah. The other narc, he promised me the money, he didn't give it to me. So, God, I sound horrible, don't I? I sound so materialistic and sort of like a profiteer and everything. It's horrible. I hate being like that. I hate, asking for help. I hate taking. I like giving. But, that's one of the last lessons I've had to learn. You can't just give. You have to be prepared to take as well, especially if people aren't giving. Sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do to survive. And I think that's what I'm going to go for. I'm really sorry for rambling on all this time, guys. But if you have got any advice to give me on this, as long as you're going to take it seriously, and understand that this is real serious stuff here. If you've got anything you can say to shine a light on this situation for me, because I won't probably do anything before next week when the money really runs out. I won't even have any more cash for food then. Because I actually did stash some cash away for some food. Not that, it's anything better than... It's literally frozen chips. I'm living on frozen chips. Oh, and pasta. There was some pasta left at the supermarket. And yogurt. And that's it. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching if you did. I'm really grateful to you guys. I'd love a few comments, I'd like contact with somebody. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.